Good afternoon. I had to get out and walk for this one. Got to give you a heads up. I'm probably going to get pretty upset on this. And just fair warning. If you have any reason to avoid sensitive subjects, go ahead and check out now. So there's certain things that we have a civic responsibility to speak out about. We have a responsibility to our neighbors. We have a responsibility to each other, our friends, our families, that you have to speak out, man. And I am in a group of people that took an oath to the Constitution. And it blows my mind at how many people have perverted that and think that their oath is to an ideology or to a person, to an administration, and that's wrong. So let me get a little more specific here. Just don't want to assume anything. So let's start with a little history lesson here. In world history, there was a time when people were approached by secret police and forced to show their papers. We, as Americans, don't have to carry ID. Walking in a park like I'm doing, no ID necessary. The only times you have to have an ID is like if you're driving a vehicle, going to vote. Some places are making you show your ID now. But just walking around, just hanging out, just being in public, no one can approach you and say, show me your papers. And that's been going on, and it should piss you off. And if it doesn't piss you off, there's something wrong, because this shouldn't be a left or right issue. This is a liberty issue. I've been in areas where I see those "don't tread on me" flags. I know who's flying that shit. Now prove that you actually believe that shit, man. There's actual American citizens and legal immigrants that are having their rights violated and being physically accosted and forced to prove that they're an American citizen or that they have a legal right to be here. And they're doing that in our cities right now. And that should piss you off. If it doesn't piss you off, there's something wrong. Is it just because it's happening to brown people that you think it's okay? In Germany, it was white people, dude. Authoritarians don't give an F what your skin color is. They're just looking for any reason to assert dominance and control and create fear in society. So I'm calling on all veterans to stand up. There's plenty of places you can do it, man. If you come across my shit, if you come across my stories, and you're a veteran, this should be the line in the sand for you, okay? Left or right, speak out. RememberYourOath.org is one good group. You also got Task Force Butler. You got CommonDefense.org. Look these guys up, you guys. I don't care if you're left or right, man. This is, like I said, a line in the sand. We have to protect our neighbors. We have to protect each other, no matter what color your skin is, man. And if you ain't standing up against this, then I'm calling you out now. You're a fucking white supremacist. So go find yourself your little KKK group, because we'll fucking come for you eventually. And then get the fuck off of my page. I want people in this community, left or right, that understand what the oath means. We're gonna have a lot of civilians that are gonna be watching these stories. And our community is gonna be one that stands with the Constitution. All right, I think I got it out. So I'm, like I said, try to post some videos here at the end of this. I want you guys to stick around and watch them, because this is shit we need to see. It's not easy to watch, but we need to see it. And if you haven't seen it already, here you go.
There's no American citizens have been arrested or detained. We focus on those that are here illegally, and anything that you would hear or report that would be different than that is simply not true and false reporting.
A 67-year-old U.S. citizen was left with multiple broken ribs and internal bleeding after ICE agents dragged him out of his car and forced him to the ground during an immigration sweep in Chicago's Old Irving Park neighborhood.
The latest video to send shockwaves from San Diego Immigration Court through the immigrant community is actually not of an immigrant, but a 71-year-old U.S. citizen named Barbara Stone.
This is from the handcuffs, so I have a large bruise there. I feel mentally and psychologically traumatized.
The man we spoke with is a U.S. citizen. He provided us with documentation of his legal status. He says this experience has shaken his faith in the immigration enforcement efforts of President Donald Trump, for whom he voted, he says.
A U.S. citizen who was arrested this week by federal agents has been released from custody. She claims she was targeted because she's Latina.
A recent investigation by ProPublica reveals that more than 170 American citizens have been detained by immigration agents during the first 9 months of this push.
Surveillance video again, though, so you can see what's happening here. The man involved in this, that's the owner of the store, Rafi. Now, he's knocked down there the first time, then he goes outside and he's tackled and just taken down by these agents who came looking for specifically people who were working there, potentially with undocumented papers, meaning not having any papers at all. But as in speaking with the owner, he told us that he was trying to get information from those agents, find out why they were there, who they were looking for, and to prove that the people who were working for him were authorized to be there in the first place, and yet he ended up himself at the detention center downtown. They eventually did let him go. This U.S. citizen, he got to the hospital. His daughter took him to get some medical attention. His attorney's now saying the extent of his injuries, far more than they thought initially. Broken ribs, dislocated elbow, traumatic brain injury, and psychological damage as well.
So, good day, everyone. My name is Elzon Lemus. I am a 23-year-old. I was born here on Long Island. I am a graduate of Brentwood High School. I am a victim. I am a victim because of my race and my ethnicity. As a young Hispanic man, I was profiled and singled out by ICE agents on June 3rd, 2025. As I was coming from my boss's house in Westbury, ICE agents stopped the car in which I was a passenger and demanded that I provided ID. When I asked my question, they weren't answering it. I was targeted as they said they were looking for someone. I did nothing wrong, and still I was singled out and detained by ICE, who did not have a warrant and did not have any reason to even question me. This has to stop. They made me turn off my phone and stop recording, and then searched me and took my belongings out of my pocket. The agents would not identify themselves and would not tell me their name and badge number. Just because I am a man of color and I am Hispanic, I was made to feel as though I was a criminal. How I was treated was wrong. ICE is bad enough. But for local police to join in on violating rights should not be allowed. I am emotionally harmed, and what they did to me can't be taken away.
about how all of that applies to a federal officer, a federal agent.
The Constitution applies to all police officers, all elected officials, every level of government, and every citizen of the United States. We cannot violate the Constitution.
And I just want to be clear.